All right, bro. So I want to make this video today because it is a Monday. All right, it's a Monday, and I know a lot of us are in that position where it's like you hate what you're doing right now for work, right? You're doing a job you don't like, or you're unsure if you know what path you should be taking in life, or just maybe you're even in school right now. Let's just say you're in school, okay? You're in college, and you just don't like what you're doing, or you're in a situation right now where you're about to face some sort of situation where you have to make a decision in terms of like what you're going to do for work, what you're going to do for a career, a decision maybe that you're going to take in terms of like your business if you're an entrepreneur. And I want to make this video because I think it's really important to remember that we don't live our lives for other people. And I see this happen a lot with people that I've known in life, and just seen it happen so many times with myself is you start living your life for other people. And what I mean by that is you are living a life that is not authentic to you. You are not living a life that you're actually happy with. You're living a life that, society has told you that you should live, or that your family has told you that you should live, or your friends or the people you see online. You're trying to emulate those people, but it's not actually really what you want, and it's not truly what you want, and it's not true to yourself. And so I've experienced this so many times, when years ago when I first was trying to figure out, what the heck should I do with my life? What should I do? I had no idea. Because a lot of us, especially as us young guys, we grow up without fathers. And so we don't really have any of that like leadership to really tell us, what direction to head in, or really give us that guidance of what we should do in life in terms of like our future careers and whatnot. And I ended up, going into college because it seemed like that was the right choice at the time. Okay, everyone was saying, like, bro, just go into college. If you don't know what you want to do, at least you can go and do that. And so I was like, all right, I'll go into college. But again, I then faced the dilemma. What should I do in terms of a degree? What should I do in terms of a career? Because I don't really know what I want to do. I have no idea. And I ended up choosing and going down a road that wasn't true to myself. And I guess I can't say I wasted time, but it pretty much is a waste of time because, I decided, all right, well, what should I do? Nobody really is telling me, like, I don't really know what direction I'm heading in. I'm completely confused as a young man. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And so I was like, all right, well, let me go down the direction of just following the money. Let me just follow the money then. And I was like, all right, I'm going to get a career where I'm going to work in tech. Okay, I'm going to work in tech. I'm going to get a degree. And so I started to do that. I went down that path. But as soon as I got into it, I just knew it wasn't right for me. I was like, bro, like I'm sitting here all day in front of this computer, typing out code, typing out, this stuff, working on computer parts. And it just hit me like, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of person. Like, yeah, I love like being like, using the computer and technology and stuff like that. But I like to use it for a specific, impact. I like to deal more with like people and, just like stuff I'm doing now, like content and whatnot. But I didn't know that at the time. And so it's very confusing if you're living your life for other people to know what to do with your life, because you're constantly getting thrown in these different directions of what career you should do, what job you should take, and you're uncertain as to what to do. And if you just follow the money, a lot of, excuse me, a lot of times it doesn't work out because it's not actually what you're designed for. It's not what you're made for. And a lot of, it's like all these people are like, oh, bro, just go down that path. I know it's you don't want to do it, but it pays well. And it's like, yeah, but at the end of the day, we're going to be here for so many years, especially now with technology advancing. You're going to be here for so long that it's like, why would you do something that you don't actually enjoy doing? Now, I'm not someone who advocates this lifestyle of avoid hard work and just do what's easy and all this kind of stuff, but every single one of us has natural gifts and abilities that we could use in our jobs. And you want to make sure that yours are aligned with whatever you're doing. And so over the years, what I figured out was, I kind of gotten a clear direction on where I'm heading now. And the way I was able to do that is, number one, stop listening to other people tell you what to do with your life, right? Just stop. Like, close these people. Like, it's fine to take suggestions from people up to an extent, but eventually you need to block these people out and just make a decision on what you're going to do for yourself. Stop letting other people influence your thoughts. Stop letting other people tell you what you need to do with your life in terms of really anything. I mean, there's really nothing that other people should be telling you what to do with your life, because at the end of the day, you're the one who has to bear the consequences of that. If you follow what your family told you to do in terms of a career, and you succeed at that, but then you hate your life, Now you have to deal with it. They don't have to deal with it. So other people giving you advice and everything is all great, but there comes a point where you have to realize, like, bro, I have to make the decision. I have to know myself well enough to where I know what I'm actually doing, and so I can make the best decision for me. And so the best thing I did was just take some time to just really think about what you want in this life. Stop taking so much advice from other people on what to do. Stop looking outside of yourself for advice on the career path you should go, or what job you should take, or what you should do, because nobody knows you better than you. You know what I mean? No one actually will know you better than you do. And right now you might not know yourself very well, but that's just because you haven't taken the time of introspection and trying to figure this shit out. So my light just died, but I'm going to keep going anyways because it doesn't really matter. So anyways, I was in this position where I was just doing something that wasn't, really authentic to me, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And so I ended up dropping out. And then following this other path and going through all these windy turns and all these different jobs and different ideas that I had, failing along the way, right? So many failures. But eventually I ended up discovering through that process, even though it was a lot of failing, it was that failure in those mistakes, I guess you could say, mistakes I made, that taught me more about myself and taught me kind of what direction I wanted to head in. And over time, I started to build this picture. I started to build this sort of dream reality that I would have, that, if I had my perfect life, how would it look? How would my ideal life look? If I could live it right now, what would I be doing every single day? And basically, I started to understand that I was on the completely wrong path. I was on the completely wrong path. This idea of going to school and getting a tech and tech degree and working in that field and working on computers all day, yeah, I would have paid a lot of money. That's great and everything. But, I mean, you can make money doing anything these days. So that's not really what you should focus on. You shouldn't really focus on the money, because you're never going to get great at it anyways if you hate it, right? You're never going to get good at it. So what I realized was just like, dude, reverse engineer what you want, So think about, what do you actually want in the future? What do you want to be doing every single day? What are the things that you want to have? What's the lifestyle that you want to be living? And just reverse engineer that. Just reverse engineer it, right? Reverse engineer it so that you know what you need to do. And if, going to college and getting a degree doesn't fit within that picture, then just don't do it. And yeah, your family, they might shame you, or society might look down upon you because, you're not high status or whatever. It's all bullshit, bro. Because at the end of the day, we're all going to be moving on, right? We're all going to be dying. And this is your life. And so if you live it for other people, if you live it for society, you're never actually going to reach your true potential, because you're always so worried about what other people think about you. You're always so worried about, they think this or they think that, and I need to make sure that I stay within my lane and I don't make people upset. I need to make sure that, my family is like happy with what I'm doing. It doesn't work that way, bro. Anytime that you want to make significant progress in your life, you're going to have to face discomfort. You're going to have to step outside that comfort zone. And so for me, I just realized, that's not the life I want to live. And is it the safe path? Is it the easy path? Yeah, it's a little bit easier. It's a little bit safer and more predictable in a way. But at the same time, I know it wouldn't make me happy. So why do it? And so now I'm basically chasing this sort of dream that I have. This dream I have of, the life that I want to be living. And I reverse engineered the vision of my future, right? I created this vision of my future. And it's one that has a lot of maximum freedom, right? It has a lot of freedom, it has a lot of flexibility. It has me actually at the head of my ship, right? It has me as sort of the captain of my ship, and me calling the shots, me making the decisions for my life. And so that comes with its own set of challenges and problems, but at least now I'm on board and I'm like aligned with it. You know what I mean? I'm not hating every single day. And so many of us go throughout our days hating what we're doing for work, hating what we're doing at school, hating the jobs that we have, hating the work that we do. And it's like, it's so stupid, because we're not here for thousands of years. You know what I mean? You don't have that much time to really waste. Like, my 20s are going by so fast right now, and I don't have time to waste. And so why am I going to waste it doing some repetitive task every single day that I fucking hate? It's dumb. You know what I mean? It's dumb. Yeah, okay, you might have to work a job here and there to make the money to get by, but you should always be focusing and putting all your effort and all of your spirit into and all your heart into what really matters in the future in terms of what aligns with your future vision. And so for me, that's always been business. It's always been the path of finding a way to basically live a lifestyle of freedom where I'm in charge of what I'm doing, where I have my own business, where I'm an entrepreneur. And it's also kind of sad because like these days it's so flashy, right? It's so flashy to be an entrepreneur. Everyone wants to be an entrepreneur so they can have, Lamborghinis and a big house and all that crap. And it's like, for me, it's not even about that, bro. It's not even about the material success. Like, I could honestly not even give a shit about that, bro. I don't even need a fucking car. I mean, yeah, if I had like multi-millions of dollars, that'd be amazing to, be able to have like some nice stuff. But for me, it's just about the freedom. It's just about the autonomy. Like being able to wake up when I want in the day. Being able to not have someone over my freaking shoulder saying, oh, what the heck did you do? You did that wrong, blah, 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 blah. Or, having like someone text you or call you and be like, hey, we were putting you on for this schedule for this day and you have to come in, and you know what I mean? Like basically dictating your life on this earth. Like you are a sentient human being. Think about this. Think about how crazy this is. There's so many people out in the world right now. They're literally human beings, right? We're all human beings. We're all, created equal, and we all have equal rights. And yet we live our lives as if someone controls us or somebody owns our very moments and owns our very, literal like time units of the day are owned by other people because they can tell you, oh, you need to come in on this time, or these are the work hours of this. So it's like, do you want to live that life? And a lot of people are fine with that. A lot of people don't mind literally that being their lives. And that's great. If you can do that and it doesn't bother you, great. But I'm one of those people who I have to have my own autonomy throughout the day where I can basically just make my own decisions. I need to be able to make those decisions for myself. And there's just no other way. There's no other way for me. So, just be careful. I guess that's mainly the message. Just like watch out for other people. Watch out for living your life and living your days for other people, right? Stop living your days and stop living your life to please other people, because it doesn't make any sense, right? It makes no sense, but yet everybody does it. Everybody does it. Like if you hate your job so much, why are you still there? Why have you not found some other way to get out of it? If you hate the degree you're doing so much, why are you still following that path? Even if your parents really want you to do it, even if your family wants you to do it, even if they're guilt tripping you into it, why are you doing it? Just stop. Just stop, because it's your life. It's not anybody else's. Now, obviously, if you have kids or you have people that you're responsible for, you're going to have to find a way to make that work. But I'm just saying, living your life for other people is never going to make you happy. And it's never going to, you're never going to arrive at a place of peace and happiness for yourself. And so that's just what I've been realizing is like, stop living your life for other people. Figure out what you want. Figure out like what that vision is of the future that you really want to be, and like your day to day, how that looks, and just reverse engineer and figure out, what career path, what job, or what business would fit this vision and would lead me to that place, right? How can I create a bridge from where I am now to that desired reality that I want to be living in? And if it isn't what you're doing right now, if what you're doing right now leads you away from that, or it's not in alignment with that, work on getting out of it, man. Work on getting out of it, because it's going to eat away at your conscience forever, bro. It's going to eat away at your conscience. It's going to eat away at your happiness. You're going to feel depressed, and you're going to be going to work every day just dragging, just not into it, not fully there. You should be fully alive every single day with what you do. You know what I mean? You should show up 100% alive and awake and 100% into what you're doing every day. If you're not, then you're literally doing a disservice to yourself and everyone else around you, because basically you're half-assing it. I mean, it's the truth. Like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I'm just saying you're basically half-assing it because you're showing up and doing something that isn't aligned with your true self. And when you become in tune with your true self and what your superpower is and what you can actually offer to the world, that's where you can have the highest impact, and that's where you can find the most fulfillment. And so that's what I'm realizing. Obviously for me, it's not like I'm arrived, bro. It's not like I'm, figured this all out. I'm just slowly figuring out over time, and I'm just figuring out these things as I'm going along, and basically just trying to share it with you so that you're not going through the shit that I had to go through. And you're not feeling like you're alone in this, you know what I mean? Because you're not. If you're struggling to find your way in life and you don't know what career you should do, or your job, or what business, and you don't know what you really want in life, you're not alone. Like, millions of other people struggle with this. But it will really weigh on your mental health. And so that's how I've basically figured out to get out of it, is just stop listening to other people. Stop taking other people's advice on what you should do. Stop being brainwashed by the media, social media, everyone else telling you how to live your life. Take some quiet time and really think about, what would your perfect life look like? today, if you could have it right now, you could wish for anything you wanted, what would that perfect day look like to you? And all you got to do from that point, maybe it is working a job. Maybe your perfect day is you coming in and out of the office, getting paid very well, doing what you like to do. That's great. Okay, great. Then take steps toward that. Maybe for you it is getting that degree. But whatever it is, you just have to make sure that it's in alignment with what you actually want. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, just watch out, bro. Watch out for that, because all of us get sucked right into that trap of just doing what everyone else is doing. Carbon copy clones, right? Working for the system, just becoming another cog in the machine instead of actually redesigning or creating something new. You know what I mean? Or just creating a life that you're actually proud of. So it's starting to get dark out here right now, and my light is literally dead. So I'm going to basically end the video here and just like I said, stop living for other people. This is your life. You've only got, as far as we know, we've only got one of them, right? I don't know what happens after this stage in the journey. So do the things that you want to do. Strive towards the life that you really do want to live. And that's the way you're going to make the maximum impact. You know what I mean? Just stop being someone who's always lost. Stop being someone who's always, I don't know what to do. I don't like what I'm doing. You have to figure it out, bro. You have to figure it out, and you have to take the steps to do it. And hopefully some of the things that I mentioned in this video, like taking a break from listening to other people say, taking a break from social media, going to a quiet place and really sitting there and thinking, how do I want my perfect day to look like? What is the work that I'm doing? What do I enjoy doing? And then reverse engineering that and figuring out a way to get there and carving a path to get there. That's the only way that I've been able to see success for myself, and that's the only way I know. So I'm just sharing the steps. And I hope this finds you well, bro, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.